Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector with casual takes. And in this segment of 1/12 scale military action figures takes, I'm showcasing G.I. Joe Classified, the Retrocarded Cobra Viper. I know your boy Coco has been kind of late to the game, but hey, the problem is wherever I bought this from definitely did not send it to me in a timely fashion. No, I'm just kidding. I suck. Anywho, yeah, I'm just going to show you. I troop build these bad boys. You know, if you guys know anything about your boy Coco, I troop builds. That's how I roll. And yeah, now that I got him, you guys get to see him. Now, I got to tell you guys straight off the bat. Well, before I do that, let us show you what it looks like on the package, right? He looks really good in the package. Nice art. The only problem is the weapons is not even close to what it was. You know, but it's all right. I'm going to be showcasing you guys what the Viper weapon should have looked like. Okay, Cobra Viper. Let's do the. No, before I do that, let me bring it up so y'all can see. Roll. Cobra Infantry. Cobra Vipers are the backbone of the Cobra Legions. They are highly motivated, superbly trained, and formidably equipped. If you want to get anywhere in Cobra, you start at the bottom as a Viper. Really? I always thought that the Trooper was bottom. I guess the Viper's below. Cobra doesn't reward success with parades and medals. They offer material wealth, power, and an outlet for terrible urges. Ooh, so that would mean that they're offered secret labubus, because that's a terrible urge. Material wealth all combined into one. Yeah, $500 for a labubu secret. At least the most current one. Anywho, it's besides the point. Let's get back to the Cobras. The Viper, right? Yeah, so the weapons that they look like they give is what they use for the Steel Brigade and the ones for the gosh dang Jumper Trooper, the Halo Jumper, just painted with Viper sensibilities, right? Nice weapons. I mean, reuse, whatever's, right? You know, the bent sniper rifle. And good, you can take these things, the mags out. Yeah. And also, he comes with a different backpack from what he normally has from the OG one. Well, OG classified one, right? And since I do not have an OG Viper from the 8-inch, O-ring line, I can't tell you if this is actually more accurate or not versus the one that came in the classified series, right? But he does also come with this really cool pistola of sorts. I don't know if this is new or it's been around. Man, your boy Coco hasn't messed with one of these in a while, that he might have just forgotten that this was a thing before. Or this could be the first time, but at least here's where it goes in the back where the holster are, right? Look at the details here. We got the Cobra symbol on his belt and on his chest. Red grenades. I'm gonna tell you straight off the, right off the bat, that the one thing that gets sacrificed is that you only get white Vipers compared to what they released in the original classified ones. You get the choice, especially the pack, like you get a choice between darker colored shade or white Viper, right? Caucasian sorts. Anywho, but yeah, now it's all the one that they did back in the day. That's the only thing that they give up. But I like this more already because the legs are easier to do poses with versus the other one, and the pinless joints. Finally, pinless. That's a win. That's not what they did with the Cobra Troopers. I don't remember. I don't think it was like, what the heck are y'all doing? Y'all got to get rid of the pins, you know. But sometimes we just don't get what we want, you know. Uh, but yeah, and it comes with the Cobra stand. Mm-hmm. Cobra, Cobra, right? But yeah, I like this one. He just much more. It's an automatic win, just because he's already able to stand and do more things than the other Viper was. And for those who've collected the OG Vipers, y'all know what I'm talking about. Those suckers were just so hard and difficult to freaking do like the fun poses with. And the ankle rockers on this one look pretty good. Seem pretty good. Yeah, you're just able to do more with this. Trying to copy the Amazing and his really awesome poses. But yeah, I'm I struggled to just be able to keep the OG one standing in a kind of crouched, manner. The problem, yeah, that's another thing. You don't get much of an ab crunch for this thing because the vest's kind of in the way of stuff, right? But if you look here, you can see that there is a ab joints, right? Just, you know what I mean? The vest makes it very hard to position him in a manner that allows him to do his sit-ups, work on his core. All right, here we go. I like this. This Viper is so accurate. I'm so glad. I'm gonna have to troop build some more of these, man. Just can't help it. Vipers, I just have a very soft spot for Vipers because I think it has to do with their like mask. I just love how it's, you know, all silvered out. Very, just very cool. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. All right. All right, here we go. And of course, he comes with alternate hands, punch you in the face, one punch, Saitama gloves and everything. I'll scratch you face, hands. Ugh. The cupping hands. The cup hands, you know what I mean? Got a cup. And then more fist. And of course, the pointer. Go, go, go. Will be where the lieutenant. You know what? I hope they do a retrocarded officer. Just so he could use these and it would make sense. He'll be the pointer of the group, right? Yeah, the problem with all GI Joes so far that I've encountered is that, well, not all, but a lot, is that no matter how many times or whatever, the backpack just never stays, just cannot stay to save its life. It'll fall out, just in general. So it's not a surprise. It's what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it goes. Yeah, pinless joints on the elbow. But yeah, the guards on their forearm is a win. I just wish that really that they didn't even bother to make this a separate accessory. They should have just sculpted it with this bad boy, but no. They wanted to get fancy or lazy. But yeah. No, overall, I'd say that this is a better Viper across the board, right? In my opinion, because the legs could do so much more. For those who, like I said, for those who already own the Vipers from the previous versions of the classified, you all know how hard it was to balance and get these suckers to just look like to cooperate in good, do proper fun stances. So yeah, um, the weapon. You guys already saw me give him the other weapon, but since this is the color that more closely, jeez, look how terrible that. Nothing like heat gun can't fix, but still, nothing. I'm gonna use this one because it's closer to the color and the spirit of what uh, the original Viper from the 3-inch, line was using. So yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm kind of glad that I got this. What I'm going to end up doing is if I ever do an ensemble or a diorama of sorts, it'll have a mixed blend of OG Viper and classified Viper, just for variety's sake, right? You know what I mean? They can be a different sort of Viper, but yeah. Well, all right, folks. Final thoughts on this. Well, I like this again, just simply because it's more movable versus the other one. The other one looks prettier, in a modern sense, but there's also nothing quite like the OG thing, right? And in this case, this one wins because it hits the nostalgia bug for me, while simultaneously being more functional for me. Only minus is it's not got they don't got the kind of Viper rifles that I want, but it's all right. Sneak peek, folks. Sneak peek. I will do a video separate for this soon because 4th of July, freedom. All right, folks. That is all I got for this segment of 1/12 scale military action figures takes the GI Joe classified retro carded Cobra Viper edition. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector with casual takes. And until the next video, folks, ciao.